Good morning, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting, and welcome back to my country kitchen. So today I've been meaning to make this video for a little while. I'll be right back. I forgot the star of the video today. Anyway, I was in town and Granny Smith apples were 79 cents a kilo, and these ones, I think they are Braeburn. Yep, Braeburn. I got for 99 cents a kilo. So I grabbed 2 bags. Excuse me. I would have liked to have grabbed more, but you know, with recoup and all the rest, I was like, I didn't want to overstretch myself. So what I'm going to do was, originally I was going to can some apple butter and make some apple pie filling. But then I decided what I'm actually going to do is save jars, because I'm running really low on jars, and I need them for other you know, other things that I want to can up. Is I'm going to take my pie plates and I'm going to make up the mix, and then we're going to freeze them in the shape of the pie plates so that I can have frozen pies ready to go. And I took out a sweet dough from the freezer last week, and it really needs to be used up. So we will also make an apple pie out of that. That'll be nice for hubby to come home. He's off shoeing today, so it'll be really nice for him to come home to some nice hot apple pie. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how I do it, and then all you have to do is just take the frozen apples out, plonk it into your pastry lined tins, and then cook it from frozen, no problems. I've seen others do it, so we'll give it a go, see how it goes. Now, what else? Yeah, I did have one of those apple peeler corer thingies, and I brought it new and it never worked. It just didn't work, so I'm going to have to do all these by hand, which is fine. I do have a corer, which will save a little bit of time, and then you know, it's like, well, should I just leave the peels on? It's only going to be an apple pie. You know, it's yeah, that's a hard one. I'm actually tempted to leave them on, because that's where all the fibre is and stuff like that. So maybe we will even leave them on, and maybe what I could do is do some with and some without and see how we go. So I'm going to get a big bowl of water and some lemon juice in it, and we're just going to slice and get these apples all ready. I haven't had you down on the salt for a while, so I'm just going to add quite a bit of lemon juice to my big bowl. This is last year's lemon juice that I freeze in my glass jars, and we are going to be doing lemon processing video next week. I've got a small knife, a peeler, and this is my little corer. It's brilliant. Bit of a knife, and I'm just going to start with the grannies and put them all into here. I've already washed down the sink. Oh, that one's gone bad, so we'll get rid of that to the pig bucket. And I'm just going to give these all a really good wash. I just want it to go right through, and then the core is out. And you just... So you can make apple scrap vinegar, all that sort of thing. I'm not going to today because I'm pressed for time. But it's something that I definitely want to try making at some point. Well, we're very blessed in New Zealand that we can get apples for good prices quite a lot of the time, and I think I've decided that I am going to peel, just because these are not organic or anything like that. So, and even though I've thoroughly washed them, I don't know. Oh, great. Well, that's going to make my day a bit harder. I've just bent it. I guess I'm in the market for a new one. I can't even tell you how long I've had this. So it's been a long while. Might be able to just work it for the rest of the time. Yeah, this isn't going to take too long. I'm not going to be too pedantic about it. There's a little bit on there, no problems. Perfect. That didn't take too long. I was just being lazy. And I'm just going to slice them up and then pop them into the big bowl. And of course the lemon is for helping them not go brown. So this will be for me for the next little bit, and I'll catch up with you when I'm done. So I'm going to put all the braid burns in with the Granny Smiths because I really hate it when they put stickers on apples, on fruit. Because it'll be nice to have sort of more a variety of sweet and sour, not sour, but you know what I'm saying, is the Granny Smiths, and they'll just have a combination of both. Will be quite nice, I think. So I'm just going to prepare all these as well. This, I couldn't use it, so ended up having to use the knife. So we'll get to doing these and then we'll get to organising. Right. Oh, this is heavy. Lots and lots of apples. So the first thing I'm going to do is drain them. I'm not too worried about that they're going to be, you know, a bit damp. Just try and get as much of the water out as you can. Because I'm going to make much water, just a tiny little bit, bring it down. Get the any pips out as well. Got a colander. Right, that seems pretty good. So I'm just going to, I'm not using any certain amounts, just going to ad lib. Feel free to, you know, find a recipe that suits your needs. But for me, oh no, that's maybe 2 cups of brown sugar, maybe even 1.5. I'm going to, I don't want it too sweet. Quite a bit of cinnamon. Add that to my list. I want some nutmeg. And I love to use a proper nutmeg. Gives a fresher taste if you grate it yourself, because nutmeg does not smell the same when you buy it pre-done. So I really highly recommend you just buy yourself a little file and a box of nutmeg. They keep forever, and do it yourself. This smells incredible. Gosh, I'm using up most of this one. There's a lot of apples. And I'm also going to add some corn flour so that it will thicken the apples, you know, when they create the sauce. I don't know, like I said, I'm ad-libbing. I've got clean hands and we're just going to give everything a good mix. You just want to coat everything. If I was we don't get clear gel over here, or shore gel, or whatever it's called. I think it's clear gel. So if we want to thicken things, we usually use corn flour and stuff, but that's frowned upon a lot in the canning world. So you just do what is right for you. But as I said, I'm low on jars. Still smells delicious. Just want to really incorporate that sugar and all those spices and all that corn flour. I think I might want to add just a tiny bit more corn flour, but I am going to just break off a little bit and have a taste. That's good. That's enough sweetness. But I'm going to add just a couple more heaping tablespoons. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of flaky sea salt. So as I was saying, it's good that, you know, if you're not doing canning, you don't have to have specific measurements. So you can just do it to your taste. And that's why I'm not providing a recipe for this, because I honestly couldn't tell you how many kilos of apples are in here. Right, that's good. I'm just going to wash up my hands. Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to freeze a couple in this size. I've got my glass pie plate. That's going to be for today's apple pie. So I'm going to grab that out, and then the rest I'm just going to bag up. I might actually put them into my food saver so that, you know, like they'll be good for many months to come, and until hopefully next season I'll be more organised and I'll have more jars, and I'll do apple butter, because I've never tried apple butter. I've never made it. Well, I've made apple sauce heaps of times, but I've never made it to put into jars. So I'd like to have apple sauce on hand, because, you know, it's really good. I think it's a good egg replacer, or is it oil replacer? Do let me know in the comments. It's one or the other, or it could be both. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I would really like to have apple sauce on, you know, in my pantry stores. So in the meantime, we can use these for hand pies. We can use them for these size pies. I mean, really, if you want apple sauce to go with pork, you could probably do it. I don't mind that there's a little bit of cinnamon in there. Yeah, but that's quite a lot of apples actually. I'm quite pleased. I'm going to have some apples, even though they're going to be in the freezer. Right, so what do I want to do first? This is not soft enough yet to make up the pie straight away. So we'll do these ones first, and I've got to decide how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do tin foil and then some Glad wrap, and then I'll do it like that. I would ideally like to do quite a few in the tins, but it's going to take a while to freeze down and whatnot, so we'll just do 2 and then we'll go from there. Alright, so one, 2 to start with. I'm going to mould it into the shape of the pie dish. Now the only reason why I'm putting saran wrap down as well, sorry, not Glad wrap, is I prefer not to have my food touching tin foil. It's just the way I am. So I'm going to put 2 layers of that down. Just over here. Let's do one at a time. Right, now I'm going to grab a cup, and I'll just use this one. This is a 2 cup measure, so that I know how much I need to use. I think that is a good maybe a little bit more, maybe about 5 cups, because they will sort of come down to nothing. Alright, so can you sort of see how I've heaped it up? Okay, so now I'm going to cover that, and now you can see that it's going to be frozen in a pie shape. I'm going to pop it in the freezer just like that for now, and once it's frozen into that shape, I'll take it out and then I'll put it into a bag. I'll take it out of the pie plate. I'm just going to make up some little 5 cup baggies. And that way I won't get freezer burnt. And also I can gift it. It'd be a nice gift to give to, you know, if I want to take one down to my son or daughters. Then I've got some bags. I'm just going to make up some bags. Oop. And then we're going to put 5 cups in each bag. Alright, I'm going to grab my little bag. Grab one of these. See, what I might do is do that so that the edges don't get dirty. Yeah, so that's 5 cups. Now, because there's a little bit of fluid in there, I'm just going to grab a paper towel and pop that in there, and that soaks up any moisture so that they seal properly. That's what I do anyway. Now that's just sealing. And I like to double seal both ends. It just gives you a little bit more leeway and safety. So if one seal goes, then you've still got another seal. And it looks like I might get maybe 3 packets, because I need to make sure that I save enough for the apple pie for tonight. So there you go. So 3 of these will go. So I'm going to have probably about 5 lots for apple pies or hand pies or whatever. So I'm just going to, what I need to do is probably get some apples into this plate. Then I know how much I need for this pie. That'll be enough for that one. And then what's left, it will go into these little baggies. I'm going to keep doing that and then I'll come back. Okay, so as I thought, it's done 3 lots of pies, or hand pies, or whatever I want to use it for. And then I've got the 1 pie that we're going to make up fresh today. So that's, yeah, 5 pies, or 5 servings. So that's excellent. I'm happy with that. If I find any more cheap ones, I might even dehydrate some as well and make up some more while apples are still cheap. So we're just going to wait for that pastry to soften up, and then I've got to decide whether I make a lettuce top or a full top. Can't quite decide. I think I might just do a full top and then put some raw sugar on the top, and then it'll go all bubbly and yummy. Yeah, so we'll probably wait another half an hour and that should be you know, warmed up enough to be able to roll out. I'm going to clean up and then I will see you again shortly. Okay, just going to grab my silicone mat, and this is warmed up enough now that I can, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to roll this now. It's dried out a little bit because it's been in the fridge for so long. Hope I can still use it. If not, I'll turn it into a crumble. Nah, it's gone bad. It'll teach me for not using it up. Alright, piggies it goes to. These things happen, and we'll just turn it into a crumble instead. So I'm just going to grab all the ingredients for that. Alrighty, I'm going to grab 2 cups of flour, one and a half of quick oats, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a little bit of cinnamon, third of a cup of sugar, brown sugar, and I've got some really soft butter here that needs using up, so I'm just going to plonk that into here. Is probably, I don't know, 100 grams. and I'm just going to use my hands to mix it. Just want it to evenly coat the flour and the rolled oats. And the apples will generate some liquid as well that will go into it and keep it from being all dry. And I also grabbed some blueberries out of the freezer that need using up. So we have our apples. Put a little bit of that apple liquid in there, which will have a bit of the corn flour in there as well. I'll wash my hands up. Blueberries, and then you're just going to put this on the top, and husband will be none the wiser. Honey, I cooked you a crumble. There we go. Nestle that in. I'm going to pop that in the oven on 180 and cook that through, and then just reheat it later tonight. Right, so this has come out of the oven. It's cooked for quite a while, quite a lot longer than I thought. So that's all done. It smells delicious. I'm just going to pop it back into the oven so that it's ready for when husband gets home. It's not quite frozen yet, but you can imagine that now it's in the shape of the pie. You can roll out your pastry and put it into the bottom of this. Grab your frozen pie, it fits the shape of that, and then roll the top out, put the top on, and bake the pie. It'll obviously take a little bit longer because of it being frozen. So I'm just going to pop this back in. It's not quite there yet. And then of course we made our apples for another day. So thanks for coming along and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for all the suggestions on the coat stand that I can buy over here in New Zealand, and I'm going to town tomorrow, so I'm going to get myself one, and then I'll show you it when all the aprons, yes. Yeah, so I look forward to seeing you on the next one. I hope you're all well, and take care. Bye for now.